Hey there, Capricorn. How's it going? Hope everything's going good with you and yours. This is your week of April 25th, your general tarot reading, your weekly horoscope. We're going to be looking at your past, your present, as well as your future here. We're going to be clarifying all of these cards and then tying everything off with an oracle message at the end, so you're going to want to stick around for all that. Hopefully this will be resonating with you. Hopefully all of it will be clicking with you. You'll find something important here, some sort of message for you. If you don't, if it's just not part of your message, Capricorn, then it's just not, or none of it is for you, then it just isn't. So nothing to worry about. It's just a fail to find this week here. So let's take a look, see what we got going on for you this week here. All right, so your card to keep an eye on is the Happy Squirrel card, so that's great. Happy Squirrel, just talking about how we're being happy, we're being a good, generous kind of person this week. Lots to be thankful for, lots to be appreciative of this week, which is great, which is really nice because we're looking at your first row here, your past. We got the Tower, the King of Wands, and the Four of Wands. That's great. The Tower is all about a big change that has to happen in your life. You know, maybe here recently in the past you've gone through something, or maybe you're still kind of going through some sort of a change here for the better. It's interesting because we're kind of looking at the Tower to the Five of Wands to the Four of Pentacles kind of on this diagonal here. And it's kind of like you're making a change so that you can grow and improve yourself and really take advantage of your strengths here. And the Four of Pentacles is leading into something that, you know, you're going to be taking care of, and something that you really, really want. Maybe even something you might even be a little obsessed with is what you're growing into here, which is great. But with the King of Wands and the Four of Wands here as well, the King of Wands just saying you're being more confident. You're making the change for that. It's giving you a lot of confidence at this time, really bolstering you here, and that looks great. With the Four of Wands too, you're heading towards happiness for sure. You're heading towards like you're looking towards the future here, because you can look at these wands as sort of an archway that you're going into the future, and it's saying that like in the future you're going to be happy, you're going to be in a wonderful place, maybe even looking for love if that's what you're after, because the Four of Wands can represent marriage, so maybe that's what you're trying to move towards. You're trying to find your Queen of Wands, and don't worry about gender, it's just energy, right? So just trying to find your divine counterpart out there. But yeah, I feel like you're making a significant change for that, which looks great. So let's get some clarifiers going for that. See what we got for you. We got justice here. Yeah, definitely. There's some sort of maybe a legal change that's happening at this time. Maybe that's what you're waiting for, something to do with like maybe some legal tidings or some legal contracts or something like that. Or maybe just some sort of a contract in general. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a something to do with the law or something, but just some sort of contract you're trying to deal with, and now the change has happened and you can move forward here. Or maybe you're just making a change and trying to be fair for yourself. King of Swords as well on top of that King of Wands. So this is something you desperately want. This is something that's like kind of a matter of fact, like I need this. This is something that I definitely want in my life. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's not like it's not like something that you're, excuse me there, something that you're overly after, or something that like you put too much value on, or you know, you're maybe overreacting to. It's something that's like, no, this is what I want and I need this too. So that's great. And the Ace of Wands, so you're definitely starting something new and beautiful, which is fantastic. That looks wonderful. In your present row here, we got the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. That's great. 10 of Wands saying you're dropping a big weight, a load, you know, maybe something to do with that contract like we were talking about with justice back here. But maybe just dropping this burden that's been weighing down on you, which is great. With the 5 of Wands, again, we were talking about those improvements in your life. You know, you can see here with the 5 of Wands, he's taking advantage of his full potential here. He's a spider and he's got all those arms, so he's using as many bats as he can to take a swing at this ball that's going to be thrown at him, right? He's going to do everything that he can in his power to achieve what he wants to achieve, and that looks really great. Like you're really working towards that, and again with that diagonal, working towards that Four of Pentacles. It looks awesome. With the 9 of Cups here as well, the 9 of Cups talked about fulfillment and satisfaction. I feel like that's really something, like at this time, these improvements, this change in your life is really fulfilling. It's really satisfying, and it's something that you desperately needed. And what's beautiful, again, for those who are looking for love, which is interesting because we have kind of on this bottom row, the 4 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups is all about being satisfied and fulfilled, as we say. But when two people with Nine of Cups energy come together, we get the Ten of Cups, which is really beautiful, which is like, happiness, all your dreams coming true, your dream life, things like that. So where we're talking about marriage with the Four of Wands, satisfaction with the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles, this might be what you're looking for. Maybe love is something you've been kind of a little obsessed over in the past, or maybe even currently. But it looks really great here. I like this a lot here, where you're just, even if that's not what you're looking for, you're not looking for love, it's just a satisfaction and improvement for yourself, which may be drawing that in. Like, if that's not something you're actively working towards, but it is something you do want down the line, right? You're working on yourself first before you go out looking for someone else. Still, that's drawing that in. So that looks beautiful. Let's clarify this. See what we got for you. Nine of Pentacles, independence. That's great. I love that. I love two nines, especially the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles coming out together, especially in the same row here, because that means like you're independent, you're on your own, and it's not for those looking for love where you feel satisfied and you feel fulfilled. It's not as though you need somebody in your life. It's you want somebody in your life. Like, you can handle your life. You can do everything on your own. It's just, I want to share it with someone too, right? But it's not that like I desperately need, right? So it's not that obsession like we were kind of talking about with that Four of Pentacles. What else do we got for you here? The Ten of Cups, there it is. That's what you're working towards with that Five of Wands. You're trying to improve yourself so you can realize your dreams, realize your happily ever after here. And the Page of Wands, there's a new beginning here. With a new high abundance energy. Maybe this is the person you're drawing in, because you are at the King of Wands, right? You're already in that mode, King of Wands, King of Swords. But with this Page of Wands, maybe that's who you're drawing in. It is like a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries here. You're bringing that kind of a person into your life, your divine counterpart, right? Because right now, maybe they haven't matured yet. They're not a queen, right? They're just currently a page, right? They haven't gotten up to a knight or a page or whatever, right? They haven't improved in that way yet. So you're drawing them in. You're slowly bringing them in. They still need to do some growing up, but if you're looking for love, that's great. You're already ready for them. So you're just waiting on them to kind of mature and come to you. With those looking for, like, this is business or something like that, or a project or whatever, it's just saying like this is a good time to like be very creative, use your ideas, really write them down, right? Like at this time, I would keep something like one of those like little pocket notebooks on you, or even like your phone or something. You have like a note app on it, and just like whenever you get a good idea, not like drop everything you're doing, but just as soon as you can, pop it open and write that down, because I feel like you're going to have a lot of good ideas at this time. In your future, we got the Three of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. That is beautiful. The Three of Wands talks about how there's no perfect moment. Go out and get what you want. I feel like you're taking that kind of an attitude where you're not sitting around and waiting on your hands. You're going to go out and do what you want to do, manifest, try to bring in what you want, which is great. With the Ten of Pentacles as well here, that's beautiful. We got two tens in your reading. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. We also had two nines as well, right? We had the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups down here. Wonderful, because that means you're ready for those things. You're ready for this abundance. You're ready for all the material, value and such in your life that the Ten of Pentacles brings, as well as the, happily ever after, the dream life as well, that the Ten of Cups brings with you too, which is great. I love that you're ready for that. You're not waiting on your hands saying like, it'll come someday, or I need this piece or that piece before I can move forward. You're like, no, I'm going to do what I can to get there now. And with this Four of Pentacles here, the best way to do that is the safest way possible. It's kind of like, walk in the footsteps of those who have come before you. Don't try not to obsess over things, because this guy was really obsessed over this one pentacle. But try to, just know that there is a paths that have been walked before, and you can follow those to achieve what you want to achieve. So don't worry about, I have to blaze a new trail, or how will I ever do this? It's like there is a path out there. There is a correct way to do this, and you can just follow in those people's footsteps in order to get there. Which I think too many of us think that things are too impossible, right? You think that something's way too impossible because, of course, only special people or only certain people can do that. It's like, no, they walked a certain path. It's like, and it can be replicated here. We got the Six of Wands coming out for you on that Three of Wands. Walking the walk, talking the talk, having success, doing everything that you can in your power, and also lining things up. Line up your actions with your thoughts, right? Make sure that's all on point, right? When you're going out and trying to do what you want. Make sure your intentions and your actions are one and the same here. What do we got? What do we got? We got the Six of Pentacles, which goes great with that happy squirrel about, like we were talking about, being generous, being abundant here. With that Ten of Pentacles, you're going to be in a position where you can do things like that. I know for myself, one thing I always see whenever I see like, I know it's kind of a silly thing, but if I was ever rich, I'd always want to like own a bunch of cats. Like I'd want to own, like I have cats now, but I'd want to own like, you know, cats that like, you know, they adopt them from like the SPCA or something, and it's kind of like they're getting on in years and stuff. They're getting old, and it's like they kind of want like a home, like a retirement home, basically. It's like I'd love to do stuff like that, right? You know, and the Six of Pentacles, maybe that's something like that. You'll kind of have that in the future when you realize this, you know, this Ten of Pentacles is like you can do things like that with the Six of Pentacles. Do those kind of things that you've always wanted to be generous, but also are kind of dreams of yours as well. So that looks great. And the Hermit here covering the Four of Pentacles, just saying that, yeah, follow your dreams, follow your guiding light, right? We have the Star here in his lantern, his wishes, his dreams. Follow those, but do it on the safest path possible. Safest path possible. Don't, you know, try to, you know, do anything crazy or take any risk or do anything of chance here. It's like just follow the paths that others have tread, right? Like if you're looking for love and stuff, you know, dating apps, going out and meeting people, things like that. Or if, you know, you're looking at like a business sort of thing or an adventure or an entrepreneurship or something like that, it's just like go out and read about people who have been successful in that field and what they did, like what were some of the things they did to achieve what they achieved here. And that is going to do you a world of good, I feel. World of good. And it's a good thing too with the Hermit, because you can see here his feet are kind of buried in the snow and ice, and he can't move on because he doesn't know, like, how do I get out of here? Oh, you know, he's going to tug at his feet and hurt himself. But if he put the lantern down by his feet, it would melt the snow. Like, it's a very simple solution, I know. And some people can't accept that. We need complexity to things, right? We need things to be complicated. We need things to be very difficult sometimes in our lives. But sometimes the solution is very simple, like just seeing how others did it, and that'll help you out a ton. So we'll look at a couple of oracle cards here, see what we got for your messages. What do we have for you? We got the Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being, number 38. So keep an eye out for some lizards out there, and keep dreaming your world into being. Keep trying to manifest. Keep trying to make things happen here, all right? And we've also got for you, Capricorn, the Lion Spirit, be generous of spirit as well. So number 37 and 38, interesting. So yeah, lions and lizards, keep an eye out for those. But yeah, be generous of spirit and dream your world into being. Like, you know, like I say, be generous. Like that Six of Pentacles we got here, the happy squirrel, we talked about him being generous as well, wanting to share with others. It's no problem. Like, I feel like share your life with others, share your ideas and stuff. I think is a big important thing at this time, is don't keep that stuff sort of bottled up. Like, tell people what your dreams are. Tell them, you know, like what your goals and what you're trying to do, right? Don't be like, oh, well, it's kind of silly or it's nothing. It's like, no, be proud of yourself, because it's kind of like speaking things into being real, right? Being generous, telling people, letting them see like kind of behind the curtain and like what you really hope will happen, and you're kind of being generous that way. And then they're saying, oh, well, that's really cool. And it's kind of as well speaking it into being, because then it's like the universe is like saying, oh, Capricorn, you just said that's what you want. Okay, we're going to take that, we're going to throw it up here, and we're going to start trying to manifest that for you, right? We're going to try to work with you if that's really what you want, if you're saying it and speaking it here. So I love that. Hope that helps you out. Hope that resonates with you, Capricorn. If you want to help out the channel, best ways to do it, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe as well. Those are the 3 best ways. And of course, you can check out your sun, moon, and rising videos after this one and see what's coming for you in the week ahead. And I will see you next time.